Here with Pat Smith, who's in training camp for Greco-Roman here in Colorado Springs. You got a competition scheduled for next week, right? I just would like to hear a little bit about how you found out about the competition in Israel. The event is in recognition of the 50th anniversary of the Munich Games, where some Israeli wrestlers were murdered as part of the terrorism that went on in Munich. And you're going to be over there wrestling in the senior Greco-Roman division at the Slavin, Halfen, Weinberg, and Gottfried Memorial in Beersheba. How'd you get involved with that?
Yeah, so it was a really cool opportunity. Dan Willis, who's runs the Hope Academy, it's affiliated with Beat the Streets out of Chicago. I'd done some camps for him in the past, and he's bringing about 40 plus high school kids out there, kind of to do some sports diplomacy, tour Israel, and yeah, get them involved in this event that they're doing, and as well as John and Ben Peterson, who are both in the Munich Games as well, and they were looking for somebody to come and represent them in the senior level tournament that was going on, and it sounded like a pretty amazing opportunity. So I figured a jump on it. Not only you get to see Israel, but represent the U.S. and a pretty great group of guys in what seems like it's going to be a pretty historic event. So
yeah, and this is on the UWW calendar, so there'll be some good competition for sure, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but you were able to get yourself part of the tour. I hear Mike Houck's also going, our
Yeah.
world champ, former national coach, right?
Yeah.
So there'll be a great group of Americans there. I mean, you've been training here in Colorado Springs, so how do you feel as far as where you are now in your training to be able to step out and do an international event at this time of the year?
Yeah, I think it's good. I've been out here training with Yvonne and the national team for the majority of August and a little bit of July, and it'll be kind of a nice little tester to get back out there and see what we've been doing, if it makes a little bit of change. And so yeah, I think I'm good. I'll be ready to go, and should be a fun event.
Now, the Peterson Brothers, obviously, they were in Munich competing for United States 50 years ago. Have you had an opportunity to spend much time with them? I mean, clearly, they're awesome people in addition to being great wrestlers.
Yeah, John's been a big mentor in my life. He worked with Athletes in Action at the University of Minnesota when I was there in college, and I met weekly with him doing Bible study and just talking, and John helped me out a lot. So, and then I've met Ben. I've worked Camp of Champs before, so to get the opportunity to be around two legends of sport, but also really strong men of faith. It's pretty cool, and you got to jump on opportunities like that, as well as Mike Houck, who's obviously been probably one of the biggest mentors in my life. So it's going to be pretty cool to go out there and maybe even have Mike in my corner for the first time in a long time. So it'll be pretty fun.
Yeah, and all the youth, the high school kids that are going there, they're doing a big youth competition and cultural activity. That's got to be a good thing for the United States to support the Israeli Federation and bring their young athletes too, right?
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it's really cool, in any capacity when we're giving kids that exposure, right? And when you go overseas, at least for me, one of the things that I've noticed is you get a lot of perspective, right? We live in the United States. We have a lot of really great opportunities here. Obviously, there's things that can always change, but we don't really get outside of it or see what the rest of the world has to deal with. And traveling really gives you a lot of perspective on that, and makes you grateful for everything that you grew up with, and you don't really understand it until you see it. So I think the fact that Dan is putting this group together for these kids is I think it's a lot more powerful than just wrestling.
Yeah, well, hey, we want to watch the results, and if you guys are having some good experiences, we'll watch social media, see what's going on over there, and best of luck with your competition.
Thanks, Gary.
Appreciate it,
awesome.
Pat. Be well.
Yeah.